Hi there, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to create some cool effects in DaVinci Resolve, using the Essential Glass Effect template. This template is actually extracted from the raindrop effect, with more generalized controls. If you haven't seen the video of the raindrop effect, you can click the link up here, or through the link in the description below. As usual, you can download the template and play with the settings. Or open the Fusion composition to see how the effect is created in the Fusion page. Here is a flower image clip on the timeline. If we apply the Essential Glass effect, it turns into glass flowers right away. By default, the effect uses itself as the displacement map. In the Effects tab, there are a few groups of settings we can use to adjust the effect result. The bump map channel is set to luminance as default. We can change that to other channels if needed. Because there is no alpha channel in this image, the effect is gone when it's set to alpha. Increasing the spread of the bump map will expand the map contour, so the result looks softer and less sharp on the edges. And the height scale is like the opposite of the spread. Larger scale values create sharper edges. If we lower the displacement spread, we can achieve the effect of an oil painting. Parameters in the displacement group control how the refractions are applied to the image. Refraction strength can be set in two directions. Depending on the scenes, you can change the refraction in either direction to meet your needs. For this image, the positive refraction looks better than the negative value. It's cleaner to my liking. The spread parameter in the displacement is similar to the one for the bump map. It spreads displacement and softens the edges. The result gets flattened when increasing the value. Light power and light angle adjust the lighting condition on the displacement result. In this case, they don't have much impact. We will come back to them with another example later. Blur parameter is used to blur the displacement area, but still maintain the edges. This can create some embossed or debossed effects. In the appearance section, we can use blur image to blur the source image. But for this example, the impact is not noticeable. Unlike the blur in the displacement, blur effect blurs the effect including the edges. The output option allows us to select which layer we want to keep as the final result. We will talk more about this and the cutout soft edge parameters in later examples. The last section is the brightness control. The settings are self-explanatory. But these controls only affect the displacement part. We will show that later. To take the full advantage of the template, we'll need to go to the Fusion page. Clicking this little icon in the Effects tab will open the effect in the Fusion page. As you can see here, the media input is connected to the yellow source image input. There is no connection to this green displacement map input yet. When this is connected to another image input, it will replace the bump map with the connected image. For example, we can add a text node to the editor. Enter some text in the field. Connect to the Essential Glass node. Immediately, we have a very cool glassy look title. Select the glass node and go to the inspector. We can see the exact same controls as in the edit page. Because the text node has an alpha channel, the effect also works if we change the channel to alpha. Similarly, we can adjust the bump map spread and height to get different looks. In the displacement part, set refraction to a -2, looks good to me. Increase a bit of the spread. This time when we adjust the light power, we can see the changes in the result. Changing the light angle also affects the result. With the default blur value set to 0, we can see the source image through the text very clearly. If needed, we can increase the value and make it a bit blurry like in the real world. I think this is good. Go to the Appearance group. We can blur the source image by moving the slider right. Or we can shift the focus to the source and blur the effect. In the Output drop-down list, choose Image with Effect will return the effect without a cutout mask, which makes the edges much softer because of the overall displacement effect. Select the Cutout Only option to return the cutout image of the displacement, masked by the input bump map. In this case, the cutout soft edge has no impact because the text is set to solid white color. If we add some softness to the text, like this, now when we change the cutout soft edge, the cutout result is also changing. As I mentioned earlier, the brightness controls only work on the displacement area. For example, change the gain or saturation. We can also use this glass effect to create 3D look titles or logos. Here is my logo. Apply the glass effect. Set bump spread to 2. Change the height scale to 100. Increase the displacement blur to 100. Set displacement spread to 0.5. Reduce the light power to 10. Change the light angle. Now we have a 3D looking logo. This is Text Plus Clip, with color set to orange. Similarly, apply the glass effect. Change the spread to 6. Height to 100. Set displacement blur to 100. Refraction to 15. Displacement spread to 0. Keep light power default to 20. Set angle to 175. Increase the cutout edge to 0.85. This looks cool. We can also adjust the contrast to give it a richer touch. Next, we will create the glass sphere effect as shown at the beginning. Here is a clip of a person skiing. Apply the essential glass effect. Open the effect in the Fusion page. We will first create a sphere map. Add a fast noise node. Click the Shape 3D, Merge 3D, Spotlight and Render a 3D button in the toolbar. The nodes are automatically connected and we have a basic 3D scene setup. Bring the Renderer 3D node into the viewer. Select the Shape 3D node. Change the shape to sphere. Increase to base and height subdivisions to smooth the result. Reduce the radius to about 0.6. Drag the Merge node to the left viewer. Pull the spotlight back to brighten the sphere. Select the Renderer 3D node, enable the Lighting and Shadows option. We don't want the shiny reflection in the middle. Select the Shape 3D node. Go to the Material tab. Turn off the specular color by setting the intensity to 0. Okay, we now have a sphere map. Connect the renderer 3D output to the bump map input of the glass node. Bring the media out to the right viewer. A glass ball is shown in the middle. To make it more realistic, we can adjust the glass effect settings. Select the essential glass node. Increase the height scale. Play the clip, and it looks pretty real. We can blur the background image, so that we have the focus on the sphere. If we want to create a frosted glass ball, we just need to add a bit more noise to the sphere map. Select the fast noise node. Increase the scale to 20. Select the glass node. Change the height to around 8. Reduce the refraction. Also decrease the spread a bit to have a sharper edge. This way, the image inside the sphere is distorted, like looking through a frosted glass ball. We can also blur the glass to block the view. And set the focus back to the background. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.